Jai Baba Swami to everyone who has joined today from all across the globe. Welcome to your own This is Samarpan, where we meet Samarpan pioneers and get to know about their journey and the evolution of Samarpan meditation. It is an interview session of the souls by the souls to connect with the super soul through the collectivity of souls. Really looking forward to exploring the history of Samarpan along with you all. I'm going to briefly share with you about the outline of the session. We will have interview session first, which is the heart of the session, where our host Hitendraji Rana, who is the new USA National Lead, will ask the questions to our guest today. Jai Baba Swami Hitendraji.
Jai Baba Swami, Shefali ji and Girish ji.
Jai Baba Swami.
Now I'm very happy to introduce to you our guest of honor today. Jai Baba Swami Girish ji.
Jai Baba Swami. Jai Baba Swami.
Thank you, Jai Baba Swami. So for all our attendees who have joined us from all over the world, here is a snapshot of Girish ji's life. All his life, he has been happy-go-lucky, living life to the fullest without bothering about what tomorrow might bring. He lost his father way back in 1973 when he was 11 years old. His eldest brother, 10 years his senior, took care of their education. That is, of his two younger siblings, Paresh ji, who lives in North Carolina, and of Girish ji. Girish ji is the youngest of the lot. He passed CA examination in 1986 and took up a job in one of the top CA firms in India. After 33 months of the job, he started his own practice to be his own boss rather than take orders and do anything against his conscience. So that's already a beautiful start. He was a very good athlete and a sports person, playing football, which is soccer, hockey, badminton, boxing, carom for the college. Girish ji was a state level athlete, running the half mile and mile as his main events. Subsequently, he started running longer distances and now run the half marathon on a regular basis. And we know, Girish ji, how much practice that takes behind the scenes. So Girish ji got married to Dr. Aarti in December 1989 and have two beautiful flowers, Pallavi ji, who works in Montreal, and Valerie, who is a mechanical engineer and stays with them. The family is not into Samarpan meditation, but they haven't stopped Girish ji from pursuing his spiritual goals, which in itself is a big support he feels. He's eternally thankful to them for that, and we too, and for supporting him in spite of him not being able to devote as much time with the family due to his professional and spiritual goals. As you can guess, Guru Karya started taking up a major portion of his time, and we are very thankful to Girish ji for the same. He has been following Samarpan since 2009, February 2nd. In fact, February 5th of his spiritual born again birthday, and he will complete 12 years Purnatva, as Swamiji says. Congratulations, Girish ji. One thing he is sure of is the path is the correct one. Girish ji says that, and please listen to this carefully. Swamiji has taken us on the spiritual highway and dropped us off the lane to our own house. We have to find our own home, and he is sure with his blessings and grace, we will all reach our individual destinations. Wow, so beautifully said, Girish ji. If intro is so full of Chaitanya, cannot wait to hear the Chaitanya Poon journey of yours throughout today. So thank you so much, and you're very welcome to your own This is Samarpan from the whole TIS team. Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami.
Jai Baba Swami. We welcome all divine souls to This is Samarpan to join our guest, Mr. Girish Borker from Mumbai, India, enjoy the soul collectivity of global Samarpan family during this Gahandhyan Anusthan. आलेल्या सर्व पुण्य आत्मांना माझा नमस्कार. रसिक जन हो, आज आपला आवडत कार्यक्रम दिस इज समर्पण, असं असावं समर्पण, यात आपल्याशी गप्पा मारायला आपले मुंबईचे एक मित्र श्री गिरीश बोरकर इथे आलेले आहेत. नमस्कार गिरीशजी.
नमस्कार.
कसे आहेत?
एकदम मस्त. तुमचं मराठी फार उत्तम आहे.
अरे अरे काय सुंदर फोटो आहे. भगवा फेटा आणि मागे ढोल ताशे, जणू शिवसेनेचे प्रचाराला निघालात.
तसंच आहे ते.
तसंच आहे. व्हेरी नाईस.
आमचे शिव म्हणजे शिवकृपानंद स्वामी.
हे आमच्या सगळ्याला साथी सेमच आहे. सो दॅट वॉज द टच ऑफ आमची मुंबई मराठी. Because I lived in Mumbai for almost 10 years, I wanted to practice with my dear friend Girishji, and I hope I did not messed up, Girishji.
No, you're perfectly all right.
Yes. So welcome. We will start with some interesting questions for our audience to know who is this Girishji is as a person and what he is bringing along with what we already know about him in Samarpan family. So my first question, Girishji, would be, please tell us about your childhood and spiritual journey before coming to Samarpan meditation.
Oh, I was actually not very spiritually inclined. But my mother and my grandmother were very, religious and ritual based. And as a youngster, I was the youngest guy and I was extremely mischievous. So in the evenings, my mom used to, once she started telling me stories about Machindranath, Sant Jnaneshwar, and then the entire Nath Sampradaya stories. And I used to get very fascinated. Means I used to listen to those stories and go to sleep. So that was kind of the beginning point of maybe my soul was asking for it. I don't know. But yeah, that was, you could say, the start of the spiritual journey, unknown to me. Because unknown to me at that point in time. I must have been 7, 8, 9. At that age, I used to love listening to those stories. Later on, when after my father passed away, my uncle was the transport commissioner, and he used to go into the interiors, etc. And that's when we met a whole lot of saints. And my uncle was a spiritually extremely evolved soul. He did have out of body experiences, etc. And he used to take us to various ashrams. We used to go into the forests, and we met Swami Pranavananda once. And then in Navsari, there was a Navsari Baba who used to live in a cave. He took us to Khapoli, to Gagangiri Maharaj. I had darshan of Gagangiri Maharaj from maybe like 5 feet.
Wow. So you already have some connection with spirituality and Navsari from very young age.
Oh, yes. No, I'll tell you a very interesting story about, now that I look back on Navsari, we had gone to his ashram, and he, at that time, I think he was something like 87, 88 years old. He passed away at the age of 113.
Oh, wow.
And at that age, we were in his ashram. We were all kids, my cousins, my brother, Paresh, and we were in the cave. And he suddenly got up and said, pack your bags, your transport has come, your car has come. And I'm thinking in my mind, how? This guy must be nuts. He's inside his cave and he's saying, but anyway, curiosity got the better of us, and we ran to the ashram gate. And to our utter astonishment, that jeep was coming around the bend like that.
Wow.
So that was probably my first experience of a realized soul,
The
visualizing
power
something.
of Guru kind of things that he
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see
yeah.
beyond our two eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is very surprising thing, because many of us, I have noticed hearing the other guests also this is Samarpan, many of us have somewhere somehow some kind of spiritual experiences or exposure to divinity, spirituality, but because we were young and because we did not understand everything to absorb it in our system at the soul level, we with time have let it go and neglected. But I can say that you have been lucky enough to be supported by such a spiritual family with parents, your mother, your uncle. This is really blessing. Now we are seeing some interesting pictures of your high school and your college also. Tell us about these pictures.
On the left bottom on the podium, I
Uh-huh.
had stood second in the 1500 meters race in school. At
Wow.
that was, I think, in the ninth standard. In the 10th standard, we had the 3000-meter race, which I had won outright, and that record stood for something like 30 years.
Wow.
Guess why?
Because you were probably the fastest runner at that time.
Yeah, at that time, yes, but the record stood for 30 years because they didn't hold that event again.
No, it went in your favor anyway.
Yeah, very true. The other ones are from Podar College, and the extreme right, that is the 3000-meter trophy in my hand on the extreme
Right,
right in school. School was St. Mary's ISC at Masgaon.
right. And I see a familiar face at the bottom picture.
Yeah, that's Mansoor Ali Khan Pataudi.
Yes, those who don't know, tell them who is this person.
He's a great cricketer who came and met me
Wow, interesting,
to give me
interesting.
some
You are so
certificates.
popular because we knew that you were going to make the 30-year record. Can we go backward in the previous slide? Because he has the family, three musketeers there, I believe.
Yeah, that is my father when he was leaving for Zambia. Everybody, at the airport. That's my dad.
Right.
My mom next to him.
Mm-hmm.
The person in the glasses behind, that's my grandfather.
Wow. Must be
And
very proud.
he had sky blue eyes. Okay, he was
Wow.
sky blue eyes.
Real Maharashtrian.
Oh yeah. To the right is Paresh.
Uh-huh.
That's me.
In the center.
Yeah, that's me in the center. That is my cousin Shailesh.
Okay, on the okay. Sounds
And
good.
my uncle is not there. Extreme right is my grandmom, and next to my mom is her sister, Mrs. Tinaikar. Mr. Tinaikar is not there. Mr. Tinaikar is, and Milind is right behind Mrs. Tinaikar. The,
Okay,
the
okay.
male face in between.
Right. I
And
can
that
see
is
that.
my brother, not that one.
Not the other one.
Uh,
Next to grandpa on your right. Next to
Next
grandpa
to
on right.
grandpa, yeah, that one, that's right. That
Yes.
is my eldest
Beautiful.
brother. That is the brother who took care of us when my father passed away.
Yes. So that is really I had hats off to him that he took such a great responsibility at young age. And look, what a fine gentleman they have given to the society. We are benefiting from your presence today. So
No,
that is amazing, beautiful family.
we are all fine gentlemen and gentle ladies.
Yes, we will come to those part next. Now, I want to know, I want people to know that today we have cell phone, we have cameras built in our cell phone, but in the earlier days, to have a picture itself was a privilege. Like as you see, most of the pictures are in black and white, even during our college days. So, didn't your life become colorful after getting married? let's see what happened after marriage.
See all colors.
Yeah.
Oh man, you've got one photo of the moon shining out there.
I can see colorful picture after your marriage, shadi ke baad. What is going on, Girish ji? You
That's
make fun of everybody today. We got chance to make fun with you.
good. It's good. You should make fun.
We should have fun, right?
Uh,
Together.
this is in the Banff in when we visited Montreal.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
In Canada.
in Canada, when my daughter was, we had come for a graduation ceremony from McGill, where she finished her master's in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So in
Very
the
nice.
purple is Pallavi. Next to her is Vallari, the mechanical engineer. And
Uh-huh.
Aarti is a dentist by profession, but she works as director quality assurance in a clinical research organization which is working on the COVID
Wow.
serum.
Interesting.
So she's extremely busy. So it gives me a lot of free time.
Yes, yes,
She's,
yes.
she's,
And
the, she's the one who wears the pants in the house, by the way. So I'm cool.
right, right, right. It is, everything is a blessing in disguise. We always have to see the beautiful things. Like many times, some sadhak ask that Swamiji teaches us that he was helping Guruma in the kitchen also, and doing some cooking. I can see in all our guests so far, you are the lucky one that we were able to get this picture and show to our audience that yes, there are some sadhak also who follow Swamiji's footsteps in kitchen.
Oh yeah,
So
means
thank you
I
for
was trying to get you a
suggesting.
video which I these पूर- आधीच्या जमान्यात विळी होती विळी नारळ
Right,
किसायची.
right, 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 right. The rolls, the reels, yes.
No, there was a coconut scraper which used to be with a wooden platform and a metal thing, and which had those serrated edges and used to scrape the coconut on it. So
Yes, yes, yes. I remember, I remember. We had.
I had a video of that, but it got deleted. So
Yeah, so that is very typical of the Konkani cuisine. I believe people from Goa and South, they had coconut in most of the things, especially with your curry that you make to go with rice with the green chutney, is using that peeled coconut that people do like this and take out the coconut, right? That is the one you're talking?
that's the one. That's the one.
Yes,
I had,
interesting.
I had posted it on Madhu Chaitanya group, and Guruma was highly impressed.
Well, today our audience know that you are not lagging behind even in the kitchen. So that is interesting. I like to see that you are not just marathon runner, but you are also running in the kitchen. So that is beautiful thing. Can we move on the next question? Please tell us about your professional life and passion or hobbies.
Oh, passion and hobbies. Passion and hobby is sports. I came into studies by mistake. In fact, in fact, I planned to join the army, but I got glasses. So by the time I was in the 8th standard, 9th standard, my number had gone to minus 2.5, 3. So
Mhm.
appearing for the NDA exams was out of the question. So accounting it was. So in the 8th standard, actually, we had a very vernac school teacher who used to teach us chemistry, and I failed in chemistry
Uh-huh.
because I couldn't figure out what he was saying and he couldn't figure out what I was saying. So generally, I failed in the exam.
So I think most of the time that is what happens, that when some teacher have pronunciation problems or their way of communicating is not matching with our wavelength or our way of understanding, we fail. And Swamiji also says another thing about the study, that when our respect level for Guru is not the same, we cannot absorb what Guru is trying to teach us. The
Perfect.
same way in the classroom, we cannot absorb sometimes when the communication level is not same.
True. I agree. In fact, after I failed chemistry, I failed this, and I had this very guilt complex because my brother was, running around trying to get us through education, and I was failing in chemistry in school. And my other brother is absolutely brilliant guy who never got out of the first top three in class. So my mother said no, okay, she gave me tuitions, etc. But at that point in time, I decided what's next best. If not science, then what? So I was told it is commerce.
Uh-huh.
And then I decided, okay, what is best in commerce? So people told me CA. At that point in time, I didn't even know what the hell CA stood for. So for my ICSE exams, I took the optional bookkeeping and accounts and commercial arithmetic as optional subject, means additional subjects over and above the uh, normal core subjects. These subjects weren't taken into your grade point average. So this taking these subjects helped, and I got into college, and then college life was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. So I see this is your office in Mumbai.
Yep, this is my office, and Swamiji had come there on 11th of January 2019.
Wow.
And
You lucky? Aren't you lucky?
I'm blessed.
Yes.
Luck goes with the blessing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
That is the way humble people always mention it.
that painting in the background is from one of our sadhaks from Germany. Anybody can guess?
I will not answer because I know. I want audience to reply in the chat box. While Girishji is talking about the next part, you can continue and we will allow audience to answer. Yes, somebody already replied. Surendraji, UV.
Yes, perfect. That is
Yes, Heike. Yes. How did you get that painting from Germany to your office?
No, I got it at Dandi Ashram.
Okay, nice, nice, nice.
It was
So,
they were fundraising for their
Germany ashram.
German ashram. They were selling paintings.
Beautiful.
Swamiji had told Heike that half the proceeds of the paintings you keep for yourself and half you use for funding the ashram. So
Beautiful. No, that is very good. Very good. So this also gives us idea, those who are working towards raising funds for the ashram, any talent that we have, we can use it. And Samarpan family is a global family. Like Girishji has supported Heike from Germany in India. We can get the support from each other. We can work together to make Swamiji's dream of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam as a reality. So that is, yes. So I think this was your passion as well as hobby from a very young age, running.
oh yeah.
So how did it go up to the point of running marathon?
No, I started running the marathon from the first marathon, Standard Chartered Marathon, which came to Mumbai. Means I started with the Dream Run,
Mm-hmm.
and from that, I think I've only missed one marathon in between. From the after 3 years of the Dream Run, then I graduated to 21 kilometers, and I'm stuck at 21. I don't know when I'll do the 42. It's all in the
Wow.
mind, actually. I have to do it in my mind. If I do it in my mind, I can do it on the road.
Absolutely. I think that is the way it is. But even for what you are doing, I think it is like a dream. It sounds like a dream and a wow factor to most of us, because most of us give up even for going for walk daily basis or going for a run once in a while. So I think this is really commendable. We really admire you for what you are doing, and this spirit of marathon has been a fundraising factor even for the Samarpan family. Tell us about this.
It started in when Swamiji invited me onto the management board. I used to keep telling Ramnath Kamatji that why don't we run funds for the marathon? Standard Chartered is the world's biggest fundraising platform, the Mumbai Marathon. In fact, after the London Marathon, I think it is the Mumbai Marathon which garners the maximum funds for charity.
Wow.
So I generally mentioned it to Swamiji at one meeting, and he said, "If you give me a proposal in writing." So sent Swamiji a proposal, and then he gave the okay. And before that, the nice thing about that was the marathon. I think it was a 2013 marathon which I ran with the Samarpan scarf, the yellow one.
Wow. Uh-huh.
And that probably set the energy in motion for the marathon participation in 2014, the first one, and Swamiji's approval.
Right, right, right.
Energy works in very funny ways.
Right. I remember in 2013 international retreat during December when we met, this was the campaign going for 2014 marathon that Samarpan was going to participate for the first time. And there were some young people from Mumbai who came in that IR also. And you guys were planning to design the t-shirts and logos and stuff like that.
That's right.
Yeah. So there are a lot of good things that are happening in Samarpan family. And you can see, I believe this is Anuragji and Naimisha Ben in that picture, if you can go back.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That is Ruchita ji in the center with the mic in her hand.
Oh, okay. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
With the dark and the light part of, one's...
Ardhanareshwar.
Yeah. It's not Ardhanareshwar, it's Atma Shanti se Vishwa Shanti. So that was the theme.
Uh-huh.
So she was playing a dark character. We got the first prize for that. Means with Guru's grace, we've got a prize in every marathon we participated.
Wow. Wow. That is a success because we have selfless spirit when we are participating in these things. And again, blessings by Gurudev. As you can see in this picture, it looks like Swamiji is also running with you guys.
Swamiji doesn't run, he flies.
That is true. Like during the Dandi Kuch, Mahatma Gandhi was given the same kind of comments that while everybody was struggling to walk, Gandhiji was like walking so fast that it was like a shuttle. It was running so fast, that kind of feeling that people were getting. And amazing. Guru Shakti, that kind of leadership is important. But the most important thing I want to bring to the attention of our audience here is the spirit that a young boy started running and achieving some awards in the high school, then goes to the college, and that marathon level running that he liked to do, and he continued, and that spirit also is bringing blessing to the Samarpan as a family, because it became an inspiration to other sadhak also. So I think you are inspiring many sadhaks in different part of the world, that if you have any hobby, if you have any passion, that can also become something that can help Samarpan family to grow, because we are giving everything for free. There must be some sort of finance money coming to the organization to run our show, and these are some activities.
Yeah, in fact, when I was in college, I used to tell my friends used to tease me, your running will stop. And I used to tell them, wait till I'm 50, I'll be running at 50 still.
Yes. You
and
see,
I'm almost 60.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, my personal experience, the way you are talking about running, I am very much into the singing. And people used to ask me, are you going to continue singing? I say, yes, I am going to continue. Because if something is in your heart and to your soul level, nobody can take it away from you. And that is the reason why Swamiji keeps on telling us, do not start doing meditation as one additional activity. Start as a hobby. Start as something that you love, because when you love something, when it is your hobby, you will take out the time for it. So I think that is your spirit, and that is the way I feel also, and Swamiji is also inspiring us to do that.
There's one more connection with, before you go to the next question, one more connection which any physical activity and spirituality have. That is your physical body houses your soul.
Exactly.
Right? So unless you have a very fit physical body, you can't have a fit house for the soul. So spirituality and physical fitness go hand in hand.
Absolutely true. And I want to bring Swamiji's words during the Gahandhyan Anushthan. There was one discourse, I believe it was during the 2009, that Swamiji said, Nashwar se Ishwar tak ke 8 sutra, in which Swamiji mentioned very clearly that the first step for spirituality is Sharir Dharma, which is the taking care of your health in a way that your body is not just healthy, but it is pure inside out. So I agree with that. Now we can move to the next question. You have been, yeah, let's see, you want to say something about Tata Marathon also? Because that was the Samarpan Marathon.
Standard Chartered started making losses, so Tata then took it over.
Okay, okay. So this was taken over by Tata from Standard Chartered.
Yep.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And we can see your success even over here. And Swamiji's subtle photo in the back. Uh, Now, I have seen you contributed for the Samarpan family also in Marathon. But when did you come to Samarpan meditation? And how did you come to Samarpan meditation? Tell us something about it.
In 2008, a friend of mine, Deepak, means my partnership CA firm Borker and Shenoy had, the Shenoy is Deepak Shenoy.
Uh-huh.
He subsequently left the firm to start his own business, and he called me sometime in September of 2008 saying that, do you remember Ramnath Kamath from AF Ferguson? I said, yeah, of course I do. So he said that he wants to come to your office. So that time Ambuja was in Kalina. My office was in Kalina, and Ambuja was also somewhere close by in Wakola. So he said, Ramnath wants, can Ramnath and I come to your office on Saturday? And he wants to talk about, tell us about some Swamiji. I said, sure, why not? As it is, I didn't have too much of work at that time, and Saturday was anyway weekend. So he came and started talking about Swamiji, and he's extremely passionate. Means when he speaks about Swamiji, you should get him on the show sometime.
Yes, he will be coming. We have so many people in pipeline.
Yeah, you should get him, because when he talks, it's like Swamiji is talking. Means energy really flows.
Yes, and you will become medium to connect us with him.
Yeah, I'll do that. And at a certain point in time when he was speaking, I noticed that he was saying something to me, and I asked him, did you say that to me? Did you say that to me? I asked him thrice, but he was in his flow and he went on, because I don't recollect what it was a long time back, but it was something which was, my soul told me, this is for you.
Right. So this is something that I want you to stop at this point and people to notice that many times opportunity for spiritual journey will come through your friends, like it came in my life also, and we take it for granted. The question that Girish ji was asking, are you telling me this, are you telling me this, are the demarcation or separation from the ego identity of Girish Borker and the soul identity of Girish ji. Here his soul is asking, are you telling this to me? Because the soul is getting enlightened. Soul is getting really enchanted that, oh wow, this is something unique, this is something special. And that creates this spark that I want to know this, I want to know more about this to get out of it. You can go ahead, Girish. Next. Sorry to disturb you.
No issues. Then it was like I was given this CD after he finished of talking for about 2 hours. 2 hours just went by like that in a jiffy. He gave us this 2006 Surat audio CD of the Shibir, Mahashibir in 2006 in Surat, along with Sadak Margdarshika, or a booklet and some pamphlets. And I took that CD, and it was lying near the home theater for quite some time. It was sometime in November or December when nobody was at home. Only mom was there, and I came home early from office, and my eyes fell on the CD. I said, "Looks like this is a good time. Let's just put it on." So I put it on the home theater, and I was sitting on the sofa. The moment Swamiji's voice came through, I sat
Uh-huh.
down. I sat down on the ground in Padmasana,
Wow. Wow.
and then it was I was transported. I was like in a trance. My eyes shut, and I was lost, literally. Means after this discourse got over, my eyes opened. I don't know how much I heard, but I'm sure my soul heard it all.
Wow.
एंड वो जैसा चस्का लगा जैसा हो गया. सो मैं सोचा मन ही मन कि कल दूसरे दिन मैं जल्दी आता हूँ ऑफिस से.
Uh-huh.
So next day too I came early from office, and the same process happened. I put it on and I got transported into some other dimension, world, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And the third day also I said let's do it again, but third time was not so lucky. My wife and daughters came home early, and she just said very sharply in Marathi, "What is this you put on?" I just got up and said nothing, and it went back into the CD went back into its cover, and then it was lying there for next 2.5 months.
अरे बाप रे, मुझे लगा कि ऐसा सब गुजराती फैमिली में ही होता है, मराठी फैमिली में भी होता है क्या?
हर फैमिली में होता है.
घर घर की कहानी. So I want audience to notice something from Girishji's story. Okay, what is my takeaway? I was mentioning that your friend will tell you, because these are our soulmates who are coming in our life and trying to share what gift of spirituality they have received. Like Rupam Choksi from Navsari gave me the gift of Samarpan in my life. He got this CD, but it was lying there near the stereo system, near the TV for so long. It has to happen at the right time, in the right moment, with right state of mind. Then only it is going to make create a benefit to your life. Okay, so when Girishji was alone with his mom at home, it created the aura, it created the energy for him to receive. And as soon as he started the CD, this is not even in the live shibir, this is not even in the video shibir, this is just the audio CD of the Mahashibir, or the collectivity of more than 100,000 people in Surat. And this is what Swamiji says, that when we are listening to the discourse like this, you are automatically diving into that collectivity of souls, and that collectivity is going to consume into that positive environment. That is exactly what happened to him. But apart from that, what I see is our past life karma, our past life sadhana also plays very, very important role in this kind of activity. He said that as soon as he started the CD, he felt like sitting down on the floor. Nobody is telling him, understand that there is no sadhak around him, there is no guru around him. His soul from his Purva Janma Sanskar is guiding him to do that. And then he is sitting in the Padmasana. That is also a value coming from past life as per my noticing. And then he is going literally into the transcendental state while listening to this discourse. Now there are many sadhaks who have been in Samarpan for a long time. They have probably listened to Surat Mahasibir several times, but they don't get this. Why? Because that state, that value, that status of soul, all these things has an importance. This is my understanding from your story, Girishji. I might be wrong, but that is the way I always try to understand and connect on a soul level with other sadhak when I hear some beautiful stories like this. And of course, we have life, we have society, we have family responsibility. When his wife and daughters came, he was not able to keep that status that he was getting from this collectivity, and he stopped playing the CD. So everybody is either becoming medium or becoming booster in our spiritual journey. Keep that in mind, because every little thing has a teaching, has something to learn from it. I can go on the next part. So did you attend any Mahashibir after this?
After this was only two Mahashivars. I joined after the Ajmer Mahashivir got over. That was the last one. After that, it was 2013 Shirdi and then 2018 Shirdi. There are only two Mahashivars which Swamiji has held after that.
Okay, so that was a Mahashibir. Now, did you get chance to attend the video Shibir?
No, video Shibir after my thing in February, I got a call from Deepak again, Deepak Shenoy, saying that there's this Shibir which is taking place. Can you come? And he called me at 4:30, and the Shibir was at 6, and my office was in Andheri MIDC, and this was at Warsaw CIFE, the new campus.
Uh-huh.
Basically 6 kilometers, but that time the metro work was going on and traffic used to be crazy. That 6 kilometers would take upward of 1 hour. So I told him I'll come from the next day.
Uh-huh.
So I started going from the next day, and luckily for us, it was the same Suraj Shibir which was being played. Instead of audio, it was video.
Uh-huh.
So on, I said we've not missed anything. At least I had listened to first 2 days. So day 2 was revision, and and on the day of awakening, I got the experience of magic.
Wow.
It was like when Swamiji gives the Shirdi Sai Baba experience, it was like two eddies or whirlpools of ice which were swirling around the palms of my hand, and Swamiji is saying somebody will feel cold, somebody will feel hot, somebody will feel itchy, somebody will feel scratchy, or somebody will feel nothing. It depends on your status.
Inner state. Mm-hmm. Inner state.
Yeah, inner state. So whoever feels cold, please raise your hand. So I raised my hand, and then my mind told me, where the hell are you raising your hand? People will laugh. I looked behind to see if anybody is laughing and quickly pulled my hand down.
Yes. So that means you were really engrossed even while attending the video Shibir. And now you must be very curious. You heard audio, you attended the video, but you did not get chance to see Swamiji personally, and there were no major Mahashibir that happened until 2013, as you say, right? Sorry, 2008.
2010 for Yog Prabha Bharati's Vardapan Divas 10th establishment day on Gudi Padwa, Swamiji had come to Mumbai, so I saw him a distance.
From far. Right. So that must have created some sort of difference, some sort of desire in your heart that I want to get more out of this. I want to get more out of Swamiji.
I actually no such desire, because from day one I thought I was connected somehow. I've never had a desire to personally meet Swamiji.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. So that is another thing that sadhaks can learn from your experience, that having physical connection desire is not necessary, because most of the thing that happen in our life is one-on-one. Many people in different organizations who have followed different path or gurus, they say that our guru comes to this country, our guru give darshan, our guru touch, and how come in your path those things are not happening? Here Girishji's experience is telling us very clearly that you don't need to come closer to Swamiji. Swamiji don't need to put hand on your head to bless you. Here you can have the experience, and you can literally progress spiritually just by connecting with the collectivity through all this audio shibir, video shibir, as well as live shibir. Now, I want to ask you another question. I learned from you that after you joined Samarpan meditation from that video shibir, you attended almost all the darshan shibir in the next year or two. Please explain first people what is the difference between the video shibir, darshan shibir and mahashibir, and then you can talk about some darshan shibir.
Video shibir is nothing but a video recording of a past Mahashibir which has happened, a mega shibir. That's a 8-day shibir which Swamiji has conducted. So whether it is a Surat and Ajmer for Prachar, those are used for propagation more because of the high collectivity and energy in those shibirs. And Ajmer and Surat are used a lot. It's only after the 2018 Shirdi Shibir that we use the Shirdi Shibir now. So basically those are just video recordings, but don't be fooled. The energy is the same whether Swamiji is there in person or not. The energy remains the same. So that is what Swamiji was had mentioned subsequently, that with the progress of the Guru element, the Guru Tattva as the saying goes, more and more inventions even the Guru elements are doing. So earlier it used to be Guru Shishya Parampara, means Guru and his disciple. It used to be one-on-one. Now it's one-to-many, and one-to-many cannot be there physically. So it has to happen at a subtle level, and that thing is happening on a very mass scale today. Whether it is Swamiji, whether it is a Sadguru, whether it is a Sri M, whether it is a Sri Ravi Shankar, and there are lots of them. So consciousness of the world is going up, and in these video shibirs also you get the same energy. Like I felt that experience of ice cold energy whirling on my hand. It was freaky for me. Means it was literally freaky.
Right.
But that is the video shibir. Mahashibir is a 8-day shibir. So Swamiji talks on introduction to Samarpan meditation day 1, and then for the next 7 days on the 7 chakras. So those are all 2 hour, and these are all Swamiji's personal experiences which he narrates in a very beautiful and simple and lucid manner.
Right.
Even those people who come from overseas, who are connected to the energy, don't need to understand the language. They understand the language of energy. So they probably receive far more than local sadhaks who are turned, whose chitta or attention is turned outwards to listen to what Swamiji is saying. These guys focus on the energy, means they turn inwards. So the sadhaks from overseas are more blessed, because especially the foreigners who don't understand the language, they understand the language of energy, which is the real thing actually.
Absolutely. And right now we are blessed that we have the network of sadhak from all over the Americas and Europe who are attending this program, along with some from India. And Sadhika Denise from Peru, she is translating what you are saying and what we are discussing in this interview into Spanish for the local sadhaks in Peru. So as you mentioned that Ramnath Kamaji, when he was talking, you used to feel the energy just like Swamiji is talking. There are sadhaks who are commenting in the chat box right now, and they are saying that the energy level is so high that they can literally feel the Kundalini moving. So that is where what you mentioned. In Himalaya, it was one guru to one disciple. Now it is one guru to multiple disciples. And also, second thing that I remember Swamiji saying on the 10th anniversary, Vardhapan Day on Guru Pirwa 10th anniversary, that आज तक तो मदारी डुगडुगी बजा रहा था, रियल खेल अभी शुरू होने वाला है. Meaning that so far the charmer was just playing the music, and the real show, the charmer is going to happen now. And Swamiji also mentioned that in next 10 years, I am going to work with those sadhaks who are ready, based on their past lives, spiritual journey, and current life sadhana, to become guru, and I will help them to become tree from little seed. And that is what this is Samarpan is trying to get those sadhaks who have evolved spiritually and who are becoming instrumental, and sadhaks are experiencing that energy with this kind of discussion and with this kind of story. So very inspiring story. Tell us more about what are the different places you visited during this Darshan Shibir.
Oh, Darshan Shibir, I was like, I ran riot. Literally, I went crazy because out of the 12 Darshan Shibirs, I used to sit in the car and, with the Ambuja Sadhaks and four, five of us just used to go. Went all over Bangalore, Anand, Goa. I don't recollect now, but out of the 12, I think I attended 7 of them.
Wow. That
And
is a lot of dedication and time management. I believe it is not easy to go around different places in India because traveling is not that easy. Plus, you have such a busy professional life, but you still managed it.
no, professional life is fine because
You are the boss.
I am the boss is one aspect of it, but I have taken on my students and given them the practice. Literally, means
Very nice.
means I have taken them on as partners and told them that once I turn 60, this is yours. So what you do with is your headache. Because my
Beautiful.
kids are not into the practice, so
Right.
they are not from my profession.
So this is again a kind of spiritual value that Swamiji has brought. That Swamiji says, when an iron come in touch with parasmani, the iron become gold. The same way, those who are working with you in today's time, they are going to become the successful business owner of the firm that they are working in. So
the
this is again value.
best part of my profession is I don't interview anybody.
That's interesting.
I seriously I don't interview anybody, because if I interview anybody, these people are coming as trainees, and if you interview somebody who's coming as a trainee, you're
Yes.
not going to hire anybody. So I just if I like the look of them, I just hire them.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And they turn out to be valuable. Means
Yes, yes, yes.
I think I may have made maybe one or two wrong choices in so many people I've hired over the years.
And I can tell you, it is interesting. Samarpan organization is also that kind of organization we are working in. I can tell you, we have created a very structured layout of different committees recently, and we did the same thing. Day one, when I met Swamiji, it was my inner voice that inspired me that this is it, I want to go for it. The same way, when I meet with any sadhak and they are showing their interest in Guru Karya, I feel that yes, this person can do it. I will try to support and guide them. And even we have young sadhaks, high school students right now working in the backstage. So same concept, same values. Again, I'm trying to relate Swamiji's values, your values, and our way of working in Samarpan organization that makes us as a unique Samarpan family. So thank you for sharing that with us. I would like to move on the next question. This is the Nepal Shibir, I believe, that you attended in the picture.
Yeah, that is Nepal Shibir. That's right. That was in
Yeah.
2018.
So now, right. It's beautiful. Swamiji and Binita and Saraswati, everybody is there near the Pasupatinath temple. The temple that Swamiji shared in his first spiritual story, that how he met Shiv Baba, his guru, from this temple onwards. So this is beautiful memory. Um, Now we have heard about how you started Samarpan meditation, how you attended different Darshan Shibir and involved yourself into it. When did you really started doing some Guru Karya? And how did you enjoy that?
That's you really want to know? I think I've been doing Guru Karya all my life. Because whatever you do, no, seriously, because whatever you do, if you're doing it for your Guru, it's Guru Karya. Whether you're in the house, if you're sweeping, you're doing something, you're in the office, as long as you don't have any selfish interest, if you're doing it for the common good, then it is Guru Karya. It's how you take it. But
Yes, Swamiji says, yes, Swamiji and Guru Maharaj both says.
Yeah, so when I joined Samarpan, I wanted to do Guru Karya in 2009 itself. I wanted to volunteer, but Ramnath said, no, this is you're going to take Diksha, so do it next year. So 2010 Goa, I left 2 days early, and then the Goa 2010 Guru Purnima was like it rained cats and dogs. The trains, there was some problem, landslide on the
Yes.
Konkan Railway, and people could not come. And I was there doing seva, means taking filling the puddles with earth. So we just started, means I just picked up 3-4 of us just got together, and within a little bit of time there were about 100 people from Gujarat, and they were singing bhajans, and we were getting soaked completely and having a gala time and filling it up. It was
Yeah.
awesome. In fact, Khamankar also joined us, and Sumangala came and told him, "What the hell are you doing?" Because Khamankar had, I think, just retired as a trustee, so probably she thought that a trustee should not be doing this. It was very funny.
You're talking about Anand Khamankarji.
Yes, I'm talking about Anand Khamankar.
Yeah, we are planning to get him also as a guest in the future. But this is the spirit. This is the spirit. As Swamiji mentioned, Atma se Atma ke liye kiya gaya karya. And there is no big or small, or there is no good or bad in Guru Karya. Anything is right Guru Karya, because we need help in everything. For example, you are saying that during the Goa Guru Purnima, it rained and the water was coming into the tent, or you were trying to block the water coming into the tent, and you guys started working together. So you start enjoying that thing regardless of the trouble or getting wet or soaked or what kind of work you are doing. That is the spirit of Guru Karya. And Swamiji says, if you are enjoying your Guru Karya, then you are on the right path. If you are not enjoying and your attention is going on other sadhaks, then it is not a Guru Karya, something else. It's very true. I like that.
You can only do Guru Karya if you're having fun.
Yes. So I can see you are having fun with all these ladies. What is going on here? This is the Madhu Chaitanya team?
Yeah, this is the Madhu Chaitanya team. This is the Madhu Chaitanya team, and you can see there is one Kana and there are all gopis around.
Yes, that is something that everybody is watching for last 5 minutes, and everybody is wondering that one man has a lot of greenery like Kanha. And
very
there is somebody trying to act like Durga also in the right side picture.
That is Veena. That is Veena who's designed the book cover.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. What a good teamwork. What a great collectivity. I really like that. Let us see one more picture of Sneha Sammelan. I believe there is a next slide. Yeah, so this is editorial board. Um, so this is part of your Guru Karya. You were part of the editorial board and
Yes,
different
as part of the.
responsibility.
I've been part of the editorial board since 2011. I continue to be a part of the editorial board. I was the section head till I became trustee in 2018.
Okay.
I was the English section head. So
that's beautiful. And I can see Guruma also in this picture.
Yeah, without Guruma, there's no meeting. There's no fun.
Yes. Isn't it interesting? You get opportunities. Some people feel that, oh, you are so lucky. You have chance to work with so many beautiful souls, as well as Guruma herself. It's a direct contact. That is really something. And let us see next slide, if you can move. Yes. Tell us about this this photo.
Which one? The one on the right, with all the
Christmas
Santa
party.
Claus,
Yeah.
This was an Aadhaar board meeting. I think this was 2016 or 17, not.
Yeah, 17.
So,
Christmas.
so we were there for the meeting, and Ambarish ji got all these caps and said, "Let's have a group photo." So we all जिंदगी में किसी ने टोपी, बहुत जन ने टोपी लगाया, ये तो समर्पण वाली टोपी आ गई।
अच्छा है, आपके आपके चेहरे का आधा चांद ढक गया।
मेरे सर पे टोपी नहीं है, मेरे को तो पीछे से कोई
हाथ लगा रहे हैं।
नहीं, क्या है, somebody is giving me the devil's horns.
Yeah, you see, you don't like to wear the टोपी, इसलिए बोले बहुत लोगों ने पहना दिया already.
तो मेरी टोपी मैंने जिग्ना बहन को पहना दी in front of me. See, I'm holding it up for her also.
Very nice, very nice. So what is this picture? What is this picture on the left side with the Sardar Vallabhji and all this? I think it is.
Oh, that is in Parliament when we had gone to, you know, that is Mr. Chowda, Member of Parliament in the complete white between Shailesh Rudani ji and Umesh Pai ji.
Uh-huh.
That is Dr. Daivat Mehta next to between Pai ji and myself. So we
Good.
had gone in 2018 for during the year of the security forces, the Rakshak Varsh, to petition the Home Minister and the Defense Minister, that is Rajnath Singh and Mrs. Who's the lady? Sitaraman.
Uh-huh.
And we gave them, we wanted to make a direct application for getting into the armed forces and the police forces through the Home Ministry and Defense Ministry, so that we could teach meditation. But 2018 was election year, so nothing happened. 2019 was the elections, so they didn't want to do anything which would promote, in inverted commas, Hinduism.
Right. So, Rasika ji, can you move on the next slide? I can see you had great opportunity to do Guru Karya, not just for the Samarpan, Madhu Chaitanya and editorial board and trustees, going out of the zone and trying to involve government leaders, doctors and different people. Tell us more about this slide and these pictures. What was this?
These are, again, this is on the left is the Ayush Mantralaya Minister, Mr.
Sridhar?
Yeah, no, Yashodas Naik, Mr. Naik, and he was involved in an accident recently. He lost his wife.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And this is with Mrs. Sitaraman, and then that is Mr. Chowda, Rajnath Singh ji, and Mrs. Sial from Rajkot.
Right. I think we have seen her in the Guru Purnima during the interview, if I'm not wrong, or Chaitanya Mahotsav, one of these plays. Her interview was there on the Chaitanya Mahotsav or Guru Purnima.
Yes, Guru Purnima she was there.
Right. So that is interesting, Guru Karya, and now we can see who are the people who were able to contact different authorities and different parties outside Samarpan organization to make Swamiji's program so successful. And it also gives us idea that we can do something like this in our country also, if we can get together and get inspiration from you guys. So that is one of the purpose of this is Samarpan also, to learn from each other and how we can develop the Samarpan family. We can go on the next one. Yeah, again there is a Kanhaiya here.
This was basically a Sneha Sammelan where people from the Sahitya, that is the literature teams, they always used to complain that we don't know what's happening. So people from the creative teams, the distribution team, the publishing teams, plus the editorial board, they've always have a lot of questions. So it was a kind of get together to know each other's problems and sort them out at a global level, and have fun at the same time.
Right. We can go on the next.
By the way, having fun is the underlying.
Yeah, I can see you guys are having fun here also with Swamiji's daughter's reception party.
Yep, this is the editorial team in full.
Wow. Isn't it amazing? We can see in this picture the way beautifully Rasikaji have prepared it. It's like Swamiji and Guruma are blessing and they are enjoying seeing all of you together. And so much excitement. Saraswati ji, if she is attending this, it's beautiful to see that Swamiji has given us such a beautiful family to be with. And I think many of our sadhaks who were attending the international retreat at that time were able to take part into this reception. They were able to enjoy this too.
Yep.
So that is interesting. Now, I want to know, I can see you have been doing so many things. You are volunteering, you are doing the marathon, you are writing your blog, you are doing Guru Karya. How do you get chance for all these things to do? How do you manage your time?
I don't manage my time. He manages my time. Who told you I manage my time? How silly.
Yeah, so that is really something. And I believe sometimes because of your Samarpan Bhav, because of your dedication and selfless, soulful Bhav or emotion or values, it is evident that things get happen. You don't have to do it. And that is what I also feel. In your poems, we have seen this beautifully. And if you want to tell something about this poem, Inner Journey, that was published in Madhu Chaitanya in January, February 2017, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah, this was happening when I was sitting in my office in 2016 and I was telling myself, Arey, everybody writes poems. How do they write poems and why can't I write poems? Because apparently Guruma had said once that if your Agya Chakra, Hriday Chakra, Akash Tattva, all these things are developed, creativity should ooze out.
Absolutely.
So I was asking myself, yes, wait, have these things opened or not? Means
अभी डब्बा बंद है.
खुद को टेस्ट कर रहा था. I was testing myself. अरे चलो बैठते हैं. I sat down and these words started
Powering.
and 2 minutes में कविता खत्म हो गई. In 2 minutes this poem was done.
Yes, yes. So that is another poem, From Nothing to Nothing, that came just last year in Madhu Chaitanya. And what inspired you to write this poem, From Nothing to Nothing?
Nothing actually. I was sitting in meditation and these words started flowing. Actually, when I sit for meditation, words keep coming and going, coming and going. So, but after the meditation is over, you can't recollect anything. So this thing, when these words started coming in a rush, I decided to consciously record it on the phone's audio recorder. So as the words came, I just recorded and sat down for meditation again. And then post meditation, when I heard it, heard the recording, and I noted this down, I said, oh wow, this is really nice. So I didn't even know what I'd said at that point in time.
Right. So it is coming out. I myself write a lot of poems and bhajans and git for Swamiji, as well as to express my emotions. And it is very naturally, it is like springing from inside your emotion, your bhav for the divine. And it should be freely expressed like the way you are writing here. Many times people get stuck that it has to be only word to word, phrases to phrases matching to each other. That is a intellectual poem. This is the bhav poem. In Samarpan, Swamiji says very clearly that when something is coming out of your experience from your bhav, it will have a unique vibration, because these are the vibrations of truth and experience. And that is what I can see in your poem, in everything that we are discussing here. Such a beautiful word, such a beautiful bhav. So here you were doing some translation for the book, The Flow of Consciousness.
It,
You want to share this anubhuti, special anubhuti that you had during this?
yeah, this was like mind blowing.
Wow.
It was in translation actually. This was a book by Tim Syme. Means it was Tim Syme's interview of which he took of
Swamiji?
Swamiji in 2006 at Dandi Ashram, and then I think it continued over a period of time. Sometime when Swamiji went to UK, and it was translated by Srila Nagji. And
Uh-huh.
then Srila Nagji, after she left Samarpan, it came to me in 2011 October or November
Uh-huh.
from Bihag Bhai.
Uh-huh.
And Bihag Bhai just sent it to me and said, "Can you go through this?" I didn't have the Hindi original, to
Next.
compare it with, so it was became more like a proofreading kind of Guru Karya.
Wow. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And sometime in 2012 January February, when February I think it was, uh, for the first time I was blessed with the Guru Karya of translating Swamiji's Anushthan messages as the translator.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing this and I was doing that, and I came to a point in this question and I said, this is not correct, there is something missing. So I got stuck. I thought that there was a passage which connects the two paras. There's something in between which is not there, and I got stuck and I shut my eyes and I said, Swamiji, aage nahi ja rahe, can't go, can't proceed, what to do? And suddenly there was Swamiji's voice in my head in Hindi
Uh-huh.
with that sentence. And it didn't strike me what happened at that point in time, because I could not translate it. By the time I realized he's telling me something, it was gone. And then a few seconds later, Swamiji's voice came back in my head with that sentence, and in a more measured tone. So I just translated and typed it out.
Right, right, right.
Then I wrote to Tim Syme, this is what happened, and Tim Syme replied, you are blessed. Yeah, that was crazy. That means
It is very interesting. I'm sure most of us have read the contents while Girishji was giving this anubhuti. But this is the question that comes in most of the people's mind, that, and does there come a point where it is possible to meditate without the mantra and without the picture of your subtle body? And what you are seeing in the red highlighted area is something that Girishji has added in his comment while doing the translation. But let us not just look at this. I have some good news to share with Girishji as well as everybody in this audience. For next month, our guest will be Tim Syme himself,
awesome.
with Liz Jardine from UK. So this is the time that I want to advertise next month's program, that don't miss. We have one after another so many valuable sadhaks and divine souls who are coming to this program. So be ready, and we will know more about flow of consciousness and Tim Syme during the next month, the way we are learning from Girishji. That's beautiful experience, Girishji, and it also tells me that exactly like the question itself, Guru has proved that when your soul has elevated yourself, you went beyond the level of intellectuality or thinking as a human mind, and it is only at the soul level you can have this kind of uh, transfer of energy and the ideas that goes into the word. And I believe that it is always Guru Shishya connection that allows such words to transpire. And I pray that many of us who are watching this interview get to that kind of spiritual height.